Hi, I have in front of me push on or snap on F connectors. So we sell them individually, or there's bulk pricing on them as well. But basically the idea of this is that it saves a lot of the hassle in terms of getting a really secure connection for an F connection. You can use it, in this case I'm going to demonstrate it on an RG6 cable, but they'll actually fit onto CT100 cables as well. So normally what we'll do is you'd be using either compression or in professional installs, or what you might use alternatively would be twist-on connectors, where you just pair down the cable pretty well like we've paired it down here. And what you do is you twist on the thing, and it works reasonably well, but the problem is that it's actually quite tiresome to do it that way because there's a lot of twisting involved in it, and it never gives the secure connection as you have with this. So if we come along and we look at the actual design that we have in here, we'll just see here that this actually is designed out to take the core wire here, go into the center. Then what happens is the dielectric goes around that, and then it wants to slide in between the outer sheeting and get a really good connection on the outer braiding, which is the earth cable on it. So what I've done is I've just gotten a standard snips. I'm just going to bring it to focus, although we have other types of cutters as well. And what I've fundamentally done is I've pared this back, broken off most of the copper threading on it, but left a little piece here, and just pulled it straight back. I've left around 6 millimeters of white dielectric here, and then I've left a core wire here. You can, in this case, I've left it about 10 millimeters long, but you could leave it longer than that because we're going to be snipping this at the end of the process. So the one thing is, once you get this on, there's no going backwards really. So you have to snap it on, get it right, and then you have a really secure thing. And the impossibility of getting it off afterwards is what makes it so great, because you want a good connection. You don't want F connectors pulling off and giving you a problem. So it makes it suitable both for DIY and also professional. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pick up this F connector here, and I'm just going to guide it in from the top here. So the core wire is going in through the center, and the white is following it through. And we can see it's just coming out through the top here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to firmly push it through now. What's after happening here is, now we can hear it's locked into position here. So as hard as I pull, I can't pull it apart. And what I said earlier about the center core wire here being too long, that's not a problem really, because you can just push it a little bit further. I can just get the snips subsequently here, and I can cut it pretty well flush with it. So now I have a connector here that's very, very strong, and it's easy put on. So for guys who are not used to putting on F connectors, this is a hell of a lot easier. You're paying probably with twice or 2.5 times as much per connector, but probably it's well worth it for most guys in relation to it. So it's a product I've heard about before, haven't bothered stocking it until recently, but when I just saw a demonstration of it in use there, I said, oh, this is much better. This is just much better way of doing it, because now you have something that's comparable to a compression type connection in terms of the grip it has on it, and you need no additional tools. So that's it anyway, an overview of the snap-on F connectors from Perception, which is a brand name of Blake's UK, and a really cool product that's been added on and adds nicely to our overall range of F connectors, etc.